Stop scrolling. Right now. If you upload your videos the way most creators do, you are actively destroying your reach, your retention, and your entire career without even knowing it.
Every single tap of that upload button could be a nail in the coffin of your channel.
You think you are growing, but the data tells a different story.
Today, I am exposing every hidden upload mistake that kills your content before it even goes live.
Most of you are guilty of these errors.
And it is costing you thousands of views every single day.
Stay until the very end, because the final mistake I am going to reveal is the one every creator is secretly making.
And it is the primary reason your growth has hit a wall. Let us get straight into it. No fluff.
No boring lectures. Just pure, unfiltered creator truth.
You are about to learn why your content is failing and exactly how to fix your workflow before you lose another subscriber.
Listen closely, because what you are doing right now is simply not working.
Let us start with the basics, because some of you are failing at the simplest level. If your video looks like it was filmed on a microwave, do not hit upload. It is that simple. The algorithm does not hate you. It hates 480p. It hates blur. It hates lack of clarity. When a viewer clicks your video and sees a grainy, pixelated mess, they leave within seconds. That is not an algorithm problem. That is a quality control failure. You need to stop settling for mediocrity. Use at least 1080p, and if your device is capable, aim for 4K.
But there is another secret that most of you ignore. You think your camera is broken.
But it is just dirty. Wipe your camera lens, take a cloth, clean the glass, and watch the difference. It takes 2 seconds, yet it separates the amateurs from the professionals.
Every time you post a smudge-filled, low-resolution clip,
you are telling your audience that you do not care enough to check the frame. Stop being lazy with your hardware. If you want to play in the big leagues, you need to produce visuals that do not hurt the eyes. Now, let us talk about the silence. You have spent hours editing, color grading,
and perfecting your cut, only to upload it and find your audio has been stripped. You are furious.
You blame the system, but the fault is entirely yours. You used copyrighted music without a license.
It is the fastest way to get your video muted, demonetized, or outright banned.
You want the latest chart-topping hit from Beyoncé? Buy a ticket to her show.
You cannot just steal her work to pad your background noise. The algorithm has ears,
and it knows exactly when you are breaking the law. Every time you roll the dice with a protected track,
you are inviting a copyright strike that destroys your channel's standing.
Stop trying to shortcut the process. It is not worth the risk. Pivot to platform-approved sound libraries or royalty-free music. There are thousands of tracks available that will not get your hard work muted or your account flagged. Protect your content by respecting the rules of the road. If you want your video to stay live, keep your soundtrack legal. Let us move to the most critical battlefield of your entire project, your first 2 seconds. You think people care about your intro. You think they are waiting for your logo animation or your slow, polite greeting? They are not. Your first 2 seconds decide everything. Stop staring silently at the camera. Stop waiting for the audience to warm up to you. People scroll faster than your Wi-Fi disconnects. And if you do not grab them instantly, they are gone before you even finish your first sentence. Think about your last 10 uploads. Did you start with a hook, or did you start with a yawn? Every second of silence is a nail in your retention coffin. You need to start with a shock, a joke, a burning problem, a cliffhanger, or a wait don't scroll moment. If you are starting your videos with a slow fade-in or a generic hello, you are actively losing viewers by the thousands. You are boring them, and in this economy, boredom is a death sentence. Are you ready to admit that your current openings are failing? Because until you master these 2 seconds, your content will never survive the scroll. Now, let us address the invisible killer of your retention. If your audio sounds like you recorded it inside a blender, viewers will leave. It is that simple. People are surprisingly forgiving of bad visuals. They will watch a grainy, poorly lit video if the information is good, but they do not forgive bad audio. A scratchy microphone or an overwhelming background track acts as a physical barrier between you and your audience. When the sound is muddy, the brain works too hard to process your words. The viewer gets tired, frustrated, and finally, they click away. You need to master the mix. Keep your voice at 70 to 80% and your background music at 20 to 30%. Never let the music compete with your delivery. If you cannot hear your own voice clearly over the beat, the music is a distraction, not an asset. Stop hiding behind loud production. Your voice is the primary product. Every time a viewer drops off, check your levels. Is the sound crisp? Is the balance right? If you cannot hear every syllable distinctly, you are bleeding audience members every single minute. Fix your sound and watch your retention climb. Let us talk about the work you think does not matter. Uploading without a title, description, or tags is like posting a selfie without your face. You are walking into a crowded room and expecting the crowd to know exactly who you are without saying a word. YouTube is a search engine, not a psychic. It will not guess what your video is about, and if you leave those fields blank, you are effectively burying your content in a digital wasteland. But the mistakes do not end there. You spend hours editing, only to hit publish at 3 in the morning when your audience is fast asleep.
Your only viewers at that hour will be your pets. You are throwing your work into a void,
Expecting it to find its own way. Post when your audience is actually active. Stop treating your upload schedule as an afterthought. Every video needs clear metadata to be indexed and a strategic time window to reach human eyes. If you do not tell the system who your video is for, and you do not tell your audience when to watch, you are sabotaging your own growth before you even begin. Stop guessing. Start optimizing for the machine and the human alike.
Now, we have to talk about the real enemy. Up until now, you thought your low views were a matter of settings or timing.
You were wrong. The most lethal mistakes you make are not technical errors,
but behavioral ones. You are sabotaging your own career with habits that seem harmless but are actually destroying your channel from the inside. We are moving beyond simple mistakes now.
We are entering the territory of systemic suicide. You think you are being a perfectionist?
But the machine sees something else entirely. It sees instability. It sees a creator who refuses to commit to the content they have already pushed into the world. Every time you panic after an upload,
you are sending a signal to the algorithm that your content is not ready to be trusted.
You are not just missing out on views, you are actively training the system to devalue your work.
The tension is rising because you are about to find out exactly why your momentum hits a brick wall every time you try to fix a mistake. Stop thinking like a casual poster. Start thinking like a strategist. The next few minutes will change the way you handle your channel forever.
Let us rip the bandage off. You think deleting a video because it did not hit your view target is a clean slate.
It is not. It is a death sentence for your channel. When you delete a published video,
you are not just removing content. You are nuking your momentum, your history, and your trust score in one click.
The algorithm does not see a creator improving. It sees a system glitch. It sees a creator who cannot be trusted to deliver consistent value. You are resetting the clock every single time you hit that delete button. It gets worse. You decide to swap the video file after it is already live,
thinking you are just fixing a typo or a frame. That is algorithm suicide. You have just confused the system,
invalidated the data it already collected, and forced the machine to restart its evaluation process from zero. You are not a perfectionist. You are a saboteur. Every time you tamper with a live video, you signal to the platform that your work is unstable. Stop the panic. Stop the editing after the fact. If you want to fix a mistake, do it in the next video. Your channel needs stability, not a constant state of repair. Learn to live with your uploads, or learn to live without the reach you crave. Now look at your thumbnail. If you are letting the system pick a random frame, you are basically playing Russian roulette with your first impression. Do not let the platform choose for you. It will inevitably land on that one frame where you are mid-sneeze, eyes half closed, mouth hanging open like a fish. That is the face of your channel. Is that really what you want your audience to see? Your thumbnail is not just a picture. It is your handshake. It is the only thing standing between a click and a scroll. If you start your video with a black screen, you have already lost. The first frame must be high energy, high clarity, and perfectly curated. Stop being lazy with your front door. If you do not care enough to design a thumbnail that screams value, why should a viewer care enough to click? A black screen is a closed door. A blurry frame is a sign of incompetence. You are not just fighting for views. You are fighting for respect. Every pixel counts. Every frame is a promise. Stop treating the first impression as an afterthought and start treating it as the most critical piece of real estate you own. Fix your visuals before you even think about hitting publish.
Stop feeding the same video to every platform and expecting magic. You are not being efficient.
You are being lazy. YouTube is the serious one. It wants depth, context, and information.
TikTok is the chaotic one. It wants adrenaline, noise, and immediate gratification.
Instagram is the aesthetic one. It wants polish, style, and visual perfection. And Facebook?
Facebook is the uncle who shares everything without reading it. If you dump your TikTok edit onto YouTube,
You are screaming into the void. The audience knows. They feel the lack of effort.
You are creating a personality crisis for your own brand.
A creator who acts like a clown on one platform and a professor on another has no identity. They have a mess.
Stop trying to win everywhere with one file. You are not a content machine. You are a brand. If you do not respect the culture of the platform will not respect your reach. You are exposed. Your lack of strategy is visible in every mismatched upload.
Stop the cross-posting madness before you alienate every audience you have left. Adapt or fade away.
Now, listen closely to the only blueprint that actually scales. You have been treating your content like isolated islands, but you need to build a bridge. One long-form video is not just a single upload. It is a gold mine. Take that masterpiece, chop it into 5 punchy shorts, 3 reels, 2 TikToks, and a Facebook post. This is your funnel. Use the shorts to act as the bait, the hook that drags strangers into your world. Then, use the long-form content to make them stay, to build the depth that creates true fans. Do not be loyal to one platform. Platforms are tools, not gods. They are not loyal to you, and they will change their algorithms the moment it benefits them. If you tie your entire existence to one app, you are building your house on sand. Instead, build your own ecosystem. Let the short clips drive the traffic, and let the long videos build the trust. This is how you stop chasing trends and start creating a multi-platform empire. You are not just making videos anymore. You are architecting a distribution machine. If you are not recycling your brilliance across every channel, you are leaving your reach on the table. Stop being a worker. Start being a strategist. We have reached the end of the road, and you still have not faced the truth. You are guilty of 2 final sins that are silently killing your growth. First, look at your content. Does it have a signature? Or are you just having a personality crisis every time you hit record? If your audience cannot identify your work without looking at your username, you are invisible. You are just background noise in a sea of sameness. You need a signature, not a copy-paste aesthetic. Second, and this is the one you are secretly ignoring, most people watch your videos in total silence. They are in line at the grocery store. They are sitting in bed. They are in the office. If you do not have captions, you are essentially mute. You are ignoring half your potential audience because you are too lazy to provide text. This is not just a technical oversight. It is a failure to respect your viewer. You are making them do the work. If you are not making your content accessible, you are actively choosing to be ignored. Stop blaming the algorithm for your own lack of polish. The final mistake is your own ego. You think you are too good to fix the basics. You are wrong. You are just losing. If you are still uploading the wrong way, stop today. If you are ignoring these rules, stop. If you are sabotaging your own reach, stop. The algorithm is not your enemy. Your own habits are. You have the map now. You have the tools. You know exactly where you are failing and exactly how to fix it. Stop trying to be perfect and start being consistent. Stop being a casualty of the feed and start being the one who controls it. Upload smarter, not harder. Like, comment, follow, and get to work. Your next video is your new beginning. Make it count.